Hi everyone, myself Debabrata. I am going to share my interview experience of in IISER TVM. Uh, there was two round interview, and in the first round I have been asked three questions, and in round two there are also three questions asked to me. In the one round one interview session. First question asked from uh, graph plotting. Um, Professor, give me a graph of like this, and asked me to plot this graph as well. So first of all, I simplified it and written as x square minus 6x minus 3x plus 80, and I consider this is a this is one function and this is another function, and y is the multiplication of these two functions, and I separately plot these two graph in same plane, as uh, this is represent a parabolic graph, and from this expression I can say x equal to 3 and 6, y is equal to 0. Means this is 3, and I assume this is the 6, and the graph will move like yeah, this graph represent like this, and for this part I says that this graph for x equal to -5, x equal to -5, y tends to diverge. uh, for this value of x equal to -5, the function y is blows up, and it looks like it is x equal to -5, and the graph will be like this. It is for 1 by x plus 5, and the combined graph will looks like like this. It is x equal to -5, and this point is 3, and it is 6. And for this extension in this question, professor asked me also that what about -5? Means what about the less than -5? The graph's behavior will be like this. And they proceed to the next question in from thermodynamics. Thermodynamics and also for classical mechanics. This madam asked me what is the difference between thermodynamic work and mechanical work. I told them that thermodynamic work means as, if we apply some energy or some energy to a system, the system goes through a change in the volume, expansion or reduction or compression, and the gas molecule get some energy or releasing some energy from this formula. This is the thermodynamic work. And if we some energy if we give some energy to a system in the form of heat, the internal energy means the total energy of the constituents of the system means gas molecules or particles in the gas, their kinetic energy and also some potential energy means in terms of interaction energy will increase or decrease, and some will give some of the part of the given heat heat means energy will act as a act and work, and this is thermodynamic work. And for mechanical work, if we this is some object, and if we applied some force, the system will displaced, and work is here for the mechanical work. So if we applied some force on a system or object, this system goes through a sudden displacement or movement. This goes to mechanical work. And uh, for this in the question extension, one professor asked me what some other types of work form means here we know PV someone PV, but here there are any other work done in the thermodynamic system. I said yes, there are many types, like if there are magnetic poles, means the gas molecules of the thermodynamic system form a magnetic monopole, magnetic dipoles, multiple systems, there will if we applied magnetic field in the system, there will change in magnetic work, magnetic work, and also for electrostatic work. Means if electric dipoles are formed in the gas constituents, and if we apply the electric field, the electric dipoles are rotate, and this will form a work or energy in the system. Then the professor proceed to the next question, and the last question in the round one. It was from electrostatics. And professor asked me, what is the electric field for a point charge? It is the point charge, and for electric field is point P, and at the point P, it is E, and the direction is E bar. E vector is equal to 4 pi this the distance between the point and the point charge r square, and the direction of the electric field. And suppose the professor asked me that suppose a atom means like this. Yeah, it is neutral. At first they asked me that it is neutral. Here it is a point charge q. What is the form of force? Means in the terms of r, means the distance between the point particle and the atom. What is the form of the force acting on the either point particle, point charge, or atom? I said them neutral atom means it is a proton, and here electron clouds are outside. It is minus q, I assume. Then I told them this charge particle will affect electric field on this atom, and this atom at first, when the particle when the point particle is not there, the center of the point charge and the cloud also, for the negative charge, the center will coincide, and after the presence of the point charge q, the atom will not the same coincide charge center, but here is the displacement. Means polarization occurs in the atom, and a dipole will form, and after the effect it will looks like q, and it is minus q. It is the electron cloud, and I assume it is the magnitude of the dipole moment, or it is the point charge. And I introduce a one term alpha. It is polarizability. Polarizability means how the atom will polarized in the presence of electric field, and we know electric field in the external electric field, it is external electric field is the some multiplication of the polarizability and also dipole moment magnitude. And the electric field means here is the alpha term, E by P, means alpha is varies as P means QR 1 by R cube. Okay, and force means Q into E. Sorry, there is a mistake. P is equal to alpha E. And E varies as 1 by R square. And also electric field for the dipole is dipole is 1 by R cube. And the alpha and epsilon F is equal to QE. And as uh, this is the answer. And I have select for the round 2 interview. And first question of the round 2 period is from quantum mechanics. uh, Professor asked me, do you know about the truncated harmonic oscillator? I said, yes, I know about it. It is normal harmonic oscillator. It is V of x and it is x square, means x. And for truncated harmonic oscillator, for x is x less than for negative value of the x, the potential is infinite, means it is infinite. And for x greater than 0, v varies as x square, looks like that. And I have been asked about what is the write down. means write down the first three energy eigen functions in this potential. I draw for n is equal to 0. It is about like that, and for n is equal to 1, and for n is equal to 2, looks like that. And also asked me about to write down the energy expression for this truncated harmonic oscillator for normal normal harmonic oscillator. It is En is equal to n plus half h cut omega. And uh, for the odd term means for n um, here this like, and uh, middle wave functions are missing here, and we can say that if 2n or truncated harmonic oscillator means here we substitute n as 2n plus 1. Okay, and the ground state energy will be 3 by 2 h cut omega, and for first state energy will be for n is equal to 1 uh, 2 to 4 7 by 2 h cut omega. uh, then in the extension of this question from the quantum mechanics, professor asked me about if you assume there is a wave function in the form of superposition, like this, a1 is constant and what will be the energy average energy of these systems. I write that, and for this state I assume the energy is E1, and for the second state I assumed E2, like that. Belgium means um, the the energy sharing of individual states are different. We it is depend on the magnitude of the magnitude. We can say magnitude or constant of the multiply with the state of the system, and they proceed to the another question from the mathematical physics. they told they asked me that write down a function f of t time in the time domain, and the Fourier transform of this function is f of the I assume the function after the Fourier transform will be g omega is f of t. It is in some form is 2 pi h car. It is similar to quantum mechanics, also from position coordinate to the position domain to momentum space. Uh, some of the form is not giving to the definition. Is minus infinity to infinity f of t e to the power minus. It is also plus. It is also true for plus term. It is dt. Uh, the professor asked me uh, what is the Fourier transform of the sine omega t? Omega not t means here f of t is omega naught is a constant. It is the angular frequency, and they asked me to write down the Fourier transform. I simply proceed with this definition, but they stopped me and asked me, can you write the expression of the Fourier transform of the sine omega t directly? I stop here and write down that sine omega naught t, it's give a Dirac delta function, or Dirac delta function, Dirac delta function. Then professor asked me, how do you write this, and or give the explanation for writing the Dirac delta function. Why do you write the Dirac delta? I explain it by quantum mechanics. Here, sine omega t is like that. I assume this is the function for a free particle in quantum mechanics. In time, I said this is corresponding to position space x. I assumed here. This is the position space. I assumed that is a function of the free particle. It is sinusoidal all over the space. Particles means here is the position uncertainty is infinite. It is means the particle will exist in the all over the space with same probability, and we know from the Heisenberg uncertainty principle that delta p is proportional to 1 by delta x, and the delta p tends to 0, means there will a sharp value in the momentum, means here the position of the particle is not fixed. It is exist between the all over the space minus infinity to infinity, but the momentum uncertainty is 0, means uh, they have the same sharp value in the momentum. So I told them that write if we write the wave function, which is I assume gp momentum space, and for p where the momentum of the particle is fixed in the position space. It is also for the momentum space where momentum is have sharp value, sharp value, and for this we need the sharp value. Sharp value gives only from Dirac delta function. Dirac delta Dirac delta function. We assume this is the point where it is the Dirac delta function dp some value of p naught, and here every point represent the value of the position. There is infinite value of the position, means there is a infinite uncertainty in the position, but there is the position uncertainty is about 0, tends to 0. I explain it by quantum mechanics, and they satisfied with this answer. And additional question is asked from this topic. What is the Fourier transform if uh, Fourier transform of the sin omega t? Previous asked question is omega t, and they asked me e to the power iota at like this. I said there is a shift in the in this is time domain, in frequency domain there will a shift in the position in the frequency range, some like omega minus omega naught, or some plus or minus it is plus or minus, there is some amplitude. I said that this is like tuning in the radio, which where some instrument like capacitor or inductor, it's shift the frequency. We can visualize this transform in like this. And the last question for in the round 2 was asked from solid state physics. It is the simple question asked me. The question was for the BCC crystal, can you draw the crystal structure? I draw it. It is the unit crystal I draw, and there was 8 corner, and every corner there was one atom. And for BCC, body central crystal, the one atom is point at the center of the unit crystal, and from the 8 corner the contribution of the atom is 1 by 8. 8 corner, for 8 corner 8 plus 1 one complete crystal is 1 or 1, there is 2. The net crystal for the unit cell, there was 2 atom in the cell, and the question asked session is over, and the two round interview experience is over, and I got selected in the IISER TVM. Thank you.